Fabien, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Just what you can say about Jermaine Johnson II, what you learned from him and being on that defensive line together, maybe some of those things you take into this season, and secondly, how you've grown as a leader as you step forward.
I've learned a lot from Jermaine. He's one of the guys that helped me click and have a breakout game and understand like the importance of my growth and the dominance that I can have and that I will have. And he showed me like what it's like to have somebody on the outside of you that helps on when you get double teams, to the guy that makes the plays that you can make also. And as far as me being a leader, I've grown tremendously with the help of Coach Norvell, Coach Odell, and just being around the guys and build better relationships with them. It's all about being able to be respected and being able to show the same respect that you want from others.
Fabien, if you want, push the microphone up just a little bit. You got a little bit more height on Coach. Coach, no offense.
I got you.
Fabien, I'll ask a question from the podium. Last year you won the Bobby Bowden Leadership Award. Describe your style of leadership.
I'd probably say I'm a grow and to learn leader, if that makes sense. Like I grow and I watch people as I go along and just watch how they react to certain things and how they react to other teammates and coaches and players, and that's just how I go off, how I react to them and how I respond to them, or find ways that will push buttons to help them being more encouraged to do things.
Thank you, Fabien. Look right up the aisle to your right, gentleman who's standing at this point.
How you doing, Fabien? This is Cortland Griffin with the three-point conversion. I noticed, man, you were the number 0 as a big man in the middle of the defense. That takes a lot of swagger, man. Can you elaborate on your approach to the game, your attitude, and does that number mean more to you that you were an unorthodox number in the middle of the defense?
My approach to the game is just to be dominant, like just to, when the next team prepare to watch my film, be like, whoa, like you get down in front of me, you're scared to line up, you're shaking your stance. I see that a lot when I play, but that's what I want. That's what I want. When the offensive line lines up in front of me or a guard lines up in front of me, they know I'm gonna bring the power, they know I'm gonna bring the dominance.
Fabien, all the way to the back of the room, the gentleman standing.
Hey, Fabien, Aslan Hudge of AndyWarchant.com. I know in football, momentum's a hard thing to kind of carry over from year to year, but what happened for this defense last season in the second half of the season that maybe has you feeling optimistic about what you guys can be this coming year?
Really nothing. It's just the details. We locked in more on our details and the little things that we needed to focus on more. It wasn't a tremendous thing that we needed to change. It was just, we just needed to lock in and be able to keep everything going and focus better.
Fabien, on the center aisle to your left, the gentleman in the teal shirt getting ready to stand for us.
Thank you. Hey, Fabien, John Eads with Orange Fizz. I'm curious as to what Jared Verse has added to the defensive line room coming from the FCS ranks, and if you think that players from that level can make that jump so quickly.
Honestly, I feel like all competition is the same across the board. Wherever you come from, if you're a dog, you're a dog. Jared Verse is a dog. That's the type of guy we need. He has the speed, he has the power. So I feel like he's going to be a great help this year.
Fabien, from the podium again, I want to follow up on my leadership question. When the season opened up last year with 3 losses, what did you do as a leader to keep everybody focused? Whatever you did must have helped because you guys didn't roll off 3 in a row.
Next game, next play mentality. We shouldn't be focused on the 3 losses that we already had. We can't do nothing about that. It's time to focus on the next game and let's win the next one.
We're going to go back to the 3rd row to your left, Fabien, gentleman with the glasses.
Bob Holliday, WRL.com, Fabien. You returned your entire defense except for the defensive ends. Dan referred to Jermaine. You also lost Kerr. You guys were 5th in tackles for loss last year, one of the best performances in the ACC. Where does the pressure come from? Who takes their spots?
We have Derek McLendon, Jared Verse, Dennis Briggs, who are also great players. It's just, it took them some time to shine. You know, it's a process. You're not going to get everything overnight. Football is a process. It's a learning experience. But as far as our DNs, we have Derek McLendon, Jared Verse, Dennis Briggs, Leonard Fournette, and some young guys who will play a big role this year for us.
Fabien, your last question will come to your right, 2nd row.
Hey, Fabien. Chris Idell from Herb FM Radio in Baltimore. The first 3 games were really close, close losses. What did you guys learn from those close losses that might help you this year, knowing you could have to finish these games instead of, trying to close them out?
Just focus on finishing the game and not focusing on so much on the score right now. Focus on each play, everything that's going on. Don't just focus because we're winning and we're up now. It's all about finishing the game strong. If you don't finish the game strong, you still can lose no matter what the score is.
Fabien, thank you. You'll switch places now with